This is our Western edition. We are at Santa Fe High School, about 30 miles southeast of Houston, the scene of the latest mass shooting in America. At least 10 people were killed, 9 students and 1 adult today. 10 others were hurt. We are just beginning to learn the identities of the dead, among them Ann Perkins, a substitute teacher, and Sabika Sheikh, an exchange student from Pakistan. Police say the gunman in custody tonight is a 17-year-old junior at the school. They say he was armed with his father's shotgun and a revolver. And police are searching the suspect's car and his parents' homes tonight.
They're having a shooting at the high school, have an officer down, shooter not in custody.
The chaos played out over police radio calls.
Shots fired.
We have several shots fired, possibly 1 or 2 rooms in this area that we're at.
School shooting, they have an active shooter, several people down.
He's actually shooting. He's in the art room. We got shots fired right now, guys.
Police say the shooter had a shotgun and a revolver and began shooting just as first period started. Sophomore Dakota Schrader was in the building.
As soon as the alarms went off, everybody just started running outside, and next thing you know, everybody looks, and you hear boom, 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 and I just ran as fast as I could to the nearest forest so I could hide, and I called my mom.
Paige Curry called her mother, too.
I told her, Mom, there are gunshots. I heard 4 shots, and it was it was real. It was real this time.
The 10 wounded were rushed to area hospitals, including John Barnes, a former 20-year Houston policeman who worked as a school resource officer. Fleeing students were huddled onto fields away from the school as parents raced to the scene looking for kids.
I told her to stay calm, to breathe, and just waiting and waiting and waiting, and finally they were leading her out of the school. Thank God she's okay.
30 minutes after the first call, the shooting was over, but the threat was not. School District Police Chief Walter Braun.
There have been explosive devices found in the high school and surrounding areas adjacent to the high school.
The devices included pressure cookers and pipe bombs. Police say the 17-year-old suspected gunman, Dimitrios Progorchis, was a student at Santa Fe High. Another student has been detained as a person of interest. Texas Governor Greg Abbott said the shooter wanted to commit suicide.
He gave himself up and admitted at the time that he didn't have the courage to commit the suicide, that he wanted to take his own life earlier.
It's been happening everywhere. I've always kind of felt like eventually it was going to happen here too. So, I don't know. I wasn't surprised, I was just scared.
Back in April, some Santa Fe students joined a nationwide school walkout to protest gun violence in the wake of the massacre at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High in Parkland, Florida. Today, Stoneman Douglas students tweeted their support for Santa Fe, one saying, "I should be celebrating my last day of high school, but instead my heart is broken to hear of the tragedy at Santa Fe."